So it looks like Carlos Cruz ran or kicked a 52-yard run. Uh, King Philip, Aiden Astorino's 3-yard run for a kick in the second quarter. King Philip's Aiden Astorino, a 17-yard run. And King Philip again, Mason Campbell, a 38-yard pass from Tommy McLeish. And then in the fourth quarter, it was King Philip, Daniel Silveria, 5-yard pass from Tommy McLeish.
And then you got a Thursday night too, sir?
No, all I have are Fridays.
All right, very good. So with that being said, there's your Thursday night wrap up. We will go into Friday, and here are the scores from Friday. In the Bay State, it was Braintree over Quincy 45-16, Wellesley over Brookline 40-6, Weymouth over Milton 31-7, Needham over Walpole 21-19. And yes, I have a cold, so I'm apologizing in advance. Cape and Islands, Barnstable really handles Dennis Yarmouth 50-16. Rockland over Falmouth 28-6. Carver beats Martha's Vineyard 50-12. Durfee beats up on Nauset 43-13. And Norton blanks St. John's Paul II 31-0. Other scores: Monomoy gets by Holbrook Avon 25-2. And I hate it when my phone recycles like that because I have to go back to where I was before because I was too stupid enough to write them down. All right, so moving right along, that was Cape and Islands. Well, I'll try to get through this as fast as I can. Catholic Central, Bishop Fenwick, they stay undefeated, beating St. Mary's 48-16. Bishop Stang, first win, they beat Arlington Catholic 36-7. Catholic Conference, Everett and BC, great game, 35-34, goes to Everett. Severian Brothers, they beat Central Catholic 28-14. St. John's of Shrewsbury, they beat Everett of New Hampshire 28-7. Malden Catholic beats Concord Carlisle 28-7. Moving on to other divisions before my phone refreshes itself. Hockomock League, it was Franklin over North Attleboro 32-20. Mansfield blanks Canton 25-0. Foxborough stays undefeated. They beat Sharon 41-13. And Stoughton beats Oliver Ames 28-0. Moving on to the Mayflower. It was an Old Colony over Wareham 48-20. In overtime, Bristol, Plymouth, they beat South Shore Volk in South Shore at the Volk School 20-18. Southeastern blank Southbridge 47-0. Blue Hills lose to West Boylston 52-14. West Bridgewater beats Brighton 35-0. Cape Joseph Case, they beat Upper Cape 22-0. Cape Cod Tech, they beat Atlanta Charter 28-0. I already mentioned the Holbrook Avon score. Moving on to the next conference, it should be South Shore, I believe. No, I'm sorry, Patriot League. Patriot League, Braintree, which I already mentioned, they beat Quincy 44-16. Markfield blanks doesn't blank them, but they beat them pretty good. Marshfield over Bridgewater Raynham 33-7. North Quincy gets by Cohasset 20-19. Scituate beats Pembroke 35-12. Hanover, the Hawks, they stay perfect with a 42-7 win over Plymouth North. So does Whitman Hanson with a 28-25 win over Silver Lake. South Coast Conference, Somerset Berkeley beats Dighton 36-7. Apponequet, they drop one in Dartmouth 36-20. Old Rochester beats Greater New Bedford Folk 35-0. And Fairhaven, out of the small South Coast division, out of that conference, they stay undefeated 50. They beat Bourne 46-10. East Bridgewater, first win of the season, they beat Seekonk 28-8. And I already mentioned the Joseph Case High School score. Let me see, moving on, let me show I cover. Now I am in the South Shore League. Middleborough beats Sandwich 34-15. North Quincy beats Cohasset 20-14. Mashpee beats Randolph 24-8. And Norwell, and there goes my phone again. And I'll get to that 1 minute Patriot League. It was, I gotta come up with some better music. Oh my goodness, I just had that too. In the South Shore League. Here we go. South Shore League, we're back. South Shore League, I'm sorry, Norwell over Abington 27-7. I already mentioned the East Bridgewater score. Southeast Conference, Brockton High, they get their first win over Lawrence, 14-7 in the rain. I already mentioned Nauset, already mentioned Durfee. Going on, I believe Tri-Valley should all we have left it is Holliston over Grafton, 14-12. Norwood blanks Midfield, 34-0. And Dover Sherborne beats Dedham, 44-16. Bellingham beats Ashland, 27-21. And that is it on Friday night scores in high school football.
Nice.
All right.
Should have brought water. All right, so we're ready?
Not quite yet. So I just wanted to mention, please follow our TikTok page
Nice.
as we. Sorry,
That's okay.
I'm not really good with words because I'm
Just
not.
spit it out. You can't. You never. I told you.
I'm not
before.
really. I'm not really good with speaking by the heart.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, as I'm saying, please check out our TikTok page. It's the word 4.deep.sports.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, and then tomorrow we went away. We're early in the show. We're still early in the show. So Luce is on assignment. Luce has plans for tomorrow. So we'll have 3/4 of the crew. So the sports master, Catherine Conley, a.k.a. Casey, we're going to be over at Apache Way Farm and Rescue. We're going to come on the air on the radio from 12 to 1. We're going to be on our YouTube channel from 12 to 2. And we're going to talk to Laurie Matter. She is the young lady who takes care of all these poor rescue animals, horses, cows. Some of these animals used to be race horses and showcase horses, and they got the cute little baby horses
Oh,
and
yeah.
and the donkeys and stuff like that. So that should be a good time. You can't miss us. You'll see our tent. We'll have our new tent up, and then you'll see us just doing our thing. So we have a bunch of guests lined up. They got arts and crafts for the kids. They got burgers.
Yeah, so this is their hoedown,
Their
which
hoedown,
was
yeah.
supposed to be scheduled right now.
Yep.
Or today, all afternoon. And unfortunately, because of the weather and Mother Nature putting a damper on a lot of activities and fall activities.
Every time.
Yeah.
Mother
Yeah.
Nature is not our friend.
Not
Yeah.
today.
Exactly.
Not today.
No,
anyway,
no.
or last weekend. But anyway.
Right.
So this got rescheduled to tomorrow. And Dom has been working feverishly to try to get a crew together to go down there and support, all these animals. These are rescue animals. I've been there a couple times before when I used to work in the Miles Standish Industrial Park there years ago. Yeah. And I'd stop by there on my lunch hour and just look at the animals. And you'd see these caring volunteers feeding them, nurturing them. I mean, these animals are pretty beat up. So it is like an animal shelter, basically, for all kinds of animals, just all kinds of animals. I remember seeing peacocks and goats, baby animals, horses. A lot of these animals are rescued from being euthanized or, just living out their life in whatever they were conditioned to do. Some were race horses.
Yep.
Some were, just pets.
What about
and-
greyhounds?
No, just horses.
Just horses.
And
so
donkeys.
these are, these are different animals, and they're from all over the place. So we really want to support, this rescue farm. And hopefully you'll come out tomorrow. It is called, let me see if I can dig it up, Apache Way Farm Rescue. All right, and it's their second annual hoedown. So it is tomorrow. They're going to have pony rides and mini horse rides, raffles, music, dancing, face painting, food, and more. So make sure you check us out over there. Dom said we'll be under 10.
Yep.
And he'll be out there interviewing a lot of the volunteers and the owner. And sounds like a really good time. I wish I could
think so.
be there, but like I said, I have other commitments.
Yep.
And,
Other obligations.
otherwise, I would. So they're going to be broadcasting live there tomorrow for Deep Sports Talk from 12 to 1. And online, YouTube channel, youtube.com for Deep Sports Talk from 12 to 2. Okay, so be sure you check it out, and we'll be promoting it during this entire hour.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we have to take our first break right now.
That's
So
okay.
we will be right back with more of, are we going to do like more football highlights and stuff?
Oh, yeah. You asking me?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, and please call 508-222-1320. That's 508-222-1320. We'll be right back with more right after these messages. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4 Deep Sports Talk here at 1320 AM WARA Attleboro. We are continuing highlighting the football scores from Friday night into Thursday night, which we already did. So, shall we continue?
We shall, young lady. We shall.
Alrighty.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go first. All right, I'll just blame. That's gonna be my excuse going first. when I get my back surgery, it's gonna be. I get a bad back. I can't do it. But anyway, I know that was bad timing on my part. So anyway, I have the Catholic Central Catholic update. This is of course from Friday night. Bishop Fenwick 48, St. Mary's 16. Luke Conley rushed 15 times for 171 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 2 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. He was just strong defensively, recording a team high 14 tackles and an interception as the Crusaders improved to 4-0 in a Catholic Central triumph. First quarter, Michael Morgan, 11-yard pass from Yanel Bladar, and Tyler Guy ran it in, put it up 8-0. Then that was, St. Mary's, and Fenwick answered back. Luke Conley, 9-yard run, and then he ran it in for 2. And a 2-point conversion was good. Then again, still in the second quarter, Anthony Nichols, 36-yard run. Aiden Sylvia's kick was good. His extra point was good. Bishop Fenwick again. This Luke Conley, 26-yard run. But this time the extra point didn't work. Then they scored again in the second quarter. This is all in the second quarter. Luke Conley, another 20-yard pass from Brandon Clifford. Adrian Sylvia's kick was good. St. Mary's answers back in the second quarter. Yanel Bladar, 12-yard run. And then he earned in the extra point for 2 points. Third quarter, Fenwick. Curtis Birch, a 21-yard pass from Braden Clifford. Kick failed. Extra point failed. And then Fenwick poured on again in the fourth quarter. Jesse Tilson, 50-yard pass from Brandon Clifford. Aiden Sylvia's kick was good. And then again, one last time, Bishop Fenwick. Luke Conley, 85-yard run. Wow. Aiden Silver's kick was good, and that was your final score. Again, Bishop Fenwick 48, St. Mary's 16.
Wow.
I can see how excited you guys are. Right?
Yeah, so I have the recap of the North Attleboro and Franklin game,
Excellent.
which Franklin beat North Attleboro 32-20. Darn it! No. When I was in high school, no offense to anyone that lives in Franklin, but I always thought of them as like our enemies, like playing against,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
If you want it. Will that help you on your phone?
Oh, yeah, so.
There you go.
Okay, so. Yeah, so junior quarterback Justin Biancheno made his season debut after missing the first 2 weeks of the season with an injury, he completed 19 of 22 passes for 234 yards and a touchdown, and ran in the clinching score for the 13th ranked Panthers over number 15 North Attleboro in the Hockomock Kelly Rex opener for both schools. Chase Frisoli rushed for 121 yards and a touchdown on 34 carries, and Brendan Larvie,
That's fine.
he snared 3 interceptions.
Okay, there you go. Who has the next good update?
That guy gives Justin's a good name.
Right? Good point. All right,
Love
Sports
it.
Master, what do you get for update?
All right. Okay. I got Needham 21, Walpole 19.
You get the Bay State matchup.
Yep. So Tate Hoffenmister rumbled for 228 yards on 37 carries, adding a pair of short touchdowns for the Rockets 4-0 in a Bay State victory. Griffin Carr added a 17-yard touchdown pass to Spencer Chapman to take the lead after rallying from a 13-0 deflect.
Wow.
I actually wanted to mention something. So today's game, Archbishop Williams will be taking on Bishop Fee today at 1 p.m. after the show.
Oh, wow. Maybe we should go out there. Show our support. Bring a news crew.
Wow.
Maybe.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have time, though.
No, too late. So that's good?
Yes.
All right, so let me grab that off, yeah?
All right.
What do you got, young lady? You got it? Luce, do you have one?
Just the other one that you gave me, so this
Okay, let
one's
me just
done.
grab that one off
Yeah.
here.
Oh, did you already go over the recap for Bellingham and Ashland yet?
Nope. You're going to do it right now. You're going to...
Awesome.
Yeah, so I have it right now. So
I have
so
one more.
Dasha Domerkant rushed for a pair of scores and connected with Mark Mermelstein for a 6-yard strike through the air, pacing the Blackhawks to a Tri-Valley League victory. Wyatt Callery's 1-yard dive represented the winning score, and Sam Sullivan sealed the win with 2 minutes to play, courtesy of an interception.
Very good. And then I know Luce has one.
Yep, I do. I have Bristol Plymouth and South Shore Voc Tech. So this one was pretty close. It was last night's game at Hanover. Bristol Plymouth won this one 20-18. So Ryan Donovan connected with Owen Hale in overtime for the winning touchdown. And Nathaniel Labrie completed the 2-point conversion to lift the Craftsmen 1-3 to a non-league win. Congratulations there, Bristol Plymouth.
And I have one more. You have 2 more left?
Yeah, I have 2 more.
Okay, I have the Brockton Lawrence game, and I was supposed to do this game on Brockton TV, but I figured my goddaughter's birthday was more important than covering the game.
Family first.
Right? So anyway, they got some guys to fill it in. So 14-7 was the final over Lawrence. Jaden Campbell, this kid's a freshman. Remember that name. Jaden Campbell plunged in for the winning score on 4th and inches with 7:26 to go, lifting the Boxers to a 1-3 record to their first strength under the first-year head coach Jermaine Wiggins. Luke Turco, his brother was pretty good too. John Turco from last year. I remember that name too. Got things going with a 36-yard scoring scamper in the first quarter of the non-league matchup, and this is how it played out. Brockton scored first again. Luke Turco, 36-yard run. Daniel De Silva's kick was good. Third quarter, Lawrence answers back. David Manion, 28-yard run. The point after kick was good. Then in the fourth quarter, again, 7:26 left. Jaden Campbell, a 1-yard run. Daniel Silva kick is good, and Brockton moves to 1-3 with a 14-7 win over the non-league Lawrence Lancers.
Okay, so Jaden Campbell, that name sounds very...
It does sound familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Did we have him here in studio at one time?
No, it might have been another Jaden Campbell. But
Okay.
yeah, this kid's only a freshman, so if we have a couple years ago, this kid
Yeah.
was in middle
Did he
school.
play another
Oh,
sport?
you know what? I wonder if he was on one of the when we did Brockton, when we brought the state champions
I think
in.
so.
That's
And
a great,
Mr.
yeah.
Jermaine Wiggins there, is that
That's the old Patriot player we're
Yeah.
trying to get in.
yeah,
Yeah,
I thought
he's the new
so.
head coach. Yep, you're right. Yep,
Right? Brockton?
yep.
Yeah.
He's new head coach over
I thought
Brockton.
so.
First one of the season. All right, what do you got, old man?
All right, I've got.
We do it like time? 3.
Okay.
Okay. I've got East Bridgewater 28, Seekonk 8. They destroyed them basically.
Wow.
Logan Williams and Aiden Clancy each had a pair of touchdowns as the Vikings 2-2 earned a non-league win. Williams scored on a 65-yard interception run and a 49-yard catch from Ethan Pohl. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Just do the best you can. That's all right.
That's why I just spelled it.
Yeah.
So that's another one.
All right, very good. And you got one more.
Yep.
Go ahead, Casey. I'm sorry.
I didn't know if he had one more.
He did.
Yeah. Do you want me to finish one mine now?
Yeah,
or?
yeah, go right
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So this is another game where it was team got destroyed too. Situate 35, Pembroke 12.
Man.
Wow,
Junior Willie Robertson had a 53-yard pick six and rushed 11 times for 120 yards with touchdowns of 55 and 13 yards to lead the Sailors 1-2, who scored the game's final 28 points. Senior Jackson Belslin was 11 of 21 passing for 125 yards and a touchdown in the Patriot League Fisher Division win.
All right, so I have a
Thank you.
tiny little update here. I don't know if you guys remember Brady Kudo. So he is from Swansea, and he follows Swansea sports, high school sports. And so last night, Case High School beat Upper Cape 22-0. So remember this name, Nate Wood. Nate Wood, after he celebrated after his 179-yard and 3 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Figure that out.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
So
So there's a little video on
Nate
the
Wood.
Sports Saga podcast that Brady co-hosts or hosts. And thank you, Brady, for putting that up and sharing all of our 4 Deep Sports Talk updates. We really, really do appreciate it, and we'd love to collaborate a little bit more because we want to get more sports updates
Sure.
from not
Absolutely.
only Case High School but Seekonk, all the schools out in that area, and Seekonk Speedway. So I know there's a lot happening out there. It is the fall season. Everybody is back into sports. I've
Right.
been covering volleyball for college volleyball for the college, and soccer is out there as well. But that's on the college level. So on high school sports, that basketball season will be coming up after football, and hockey is out there, and field hockey. In fact, I'm covering a field hockey game for Case
Oh, nice.
next week, I believe it is, next Thursday night. So, yeah. So we want everyone to follow us out there for Deep Sports Talk.
Oh, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. All one word, 4 Deep Sports Talk. And follow our TikTok page as well with the word 4.deep.sports. All lowercase letters.
There you
So
go.
we are going to take our second break. When we come back, we will continuing to highlight the recaps of some high school games. So we will be right back with more right after these messages. Hey everyone, welcome back to 4D Sports Talk here at 1320 AM WARA. We are continuing going over the scores and the recaps of Thursday night into Friday night high school football prime time. So with that being said, I will fire up the music. So who wants to go first with the highlights?
We can draw straws. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, Sportsmaster, knock it out. Knock it out of the
There you
park like
go.
you always do.
All right. Okay, so again, we got another destroyed match. Norton 31, St. John Paul's II 0. Not a very good game for them.
Whoa.
Ethan Rodriguez, 5 carries, 44 yards, caught a 35-yard touchdown and ran 2 more as the Lancers 4-0 took the non-league matchup. Jake Agiv, 8 for 12 passing, 112 yards, hit Kyle Grass for a 30-yard connection in his other touchdown pass. Andrew Strone Jr. added a 35 field goal and 4 extra points, and Emma Fraud rushed 15 times for 110 yards.
Nicely done.
Good job. Good job.
All right, so in the Norwell and Abington game, Norwell beating Abington 27-7. Will Bostrom rumbled for 2 touchdowns and 155 yards on 24 carries, while Jackson Adams secured an interception and a touchdown catch in the Clippers' non-league win.
Awesome.
And then
All right,
got
so I have
one more.
another one.
Yep.
Hingham and Plymouth North. So Hingham took this one. This is a Thursday night score. 28 over Plymouth North 8. So Will St. Pierre rushed for 218 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Chase Bagley, something like that, added a 16-yard touchdown run to power the Harbormen, 1-3, to the Patriot League win. Jack Varholak also found Jack Nicholas for an 8-yard touchdown pass in the victory. So congratulations, Hingham.
And I think that does it for our wrap-up, right?
Really?
I think so.
Really?
We burned right. This is Thursday. And what's the one you have right there?
It was Norwell and Abington.
And that's done?
Yeah.
All right, so.
So don't forget, if you have any updates to anything you want to express, call in here to For Deep Sports Talk at WARA 1320 AM. What's the number?
508
508
222
222 1320.
Yep.
So call
Absolutely.
in. I know, Lou, you're listening. So if you want to call in, now's your chance.
Right.
You know, I have to say, we had gone out to eat last night at a new Latin American restaurant in downtown Fall River, and it was absolutely wonderful. And it's called Origin. So when we got home, of course, we live near Somerset Berkeley High School over there. And I'll tell you, that high school is known for their football program as well as baseball and other sports, but their football program is unbelievable. They pack the stands, Friday night lights, all the time, every time there's a home game. They have this huge parade, the Music Town Parade, and homecoming and all that, which happens throughout the town, you know, during the fall. I think theirs is coming up, I want to say next weekend. Could be the weekend after. But anyway, getting out of the car and we're heading into the house, and all you can hear is the screaming, but you can hear it like crystal clear. It was unbelievable.
That's
you
great.
know?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I just love that. It's so exciting to hear that stuff.
So I have another list here. I don't know if she wants to fire up the music, but this is the teams that got their first win of the season here in week 4. So we have Stoughton got their first win, followed by Bellingham, Millis, Brockton, Mansfield, Durfee, Bishop Stang, Wellesley. And teams unfortunately still looking for their first win: Silver Lake, Nantucket, Oliver Ames, Medway, Nauset, Seekonk, Upper Cape Tech, Brookline, and Bridgewater Raynham.
Wow, they're still looking for their first win?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my goodness.
And these teams are pretty much already playoff bound. These are the unbeatens left after week 4. Norton's 3-0, Foxborough's 4-0, followed by the other 4-0 teams: Dartmouth, Braintree, Milford, King Philip, Norwell, Barnstable, Carver. Carver, who plays out of the small division out of the South Shore League Conference. Then Needham, Fairhaven plays at the South Coast. They play the Apponequets, the Greater New Bedford Folks, the Seaconks, the Swanseas. Good for them. The Blue Devils are undefeated at 4-0. Rockland, the Bulldogs, they're perfect. The Hawks, who we mentioned out of Hanover before, they're still perfect. And Milton, first loss of the season for these other teams, have probably a good chance to make the playoffs. Abington 3-1. The Wildcats of Weymouth 3-1. Dennis Yarmouth 3-1, and BC High is 3-1. So that's just some of the teams that how it looks right now as far as week 4. I want a big shout out to Adam Sheehan, A-Bomb. He is such a high school football
He
fanatic.
is. He follows that stuff
Oh
like
my God,
crazy, and he updates us
awesome.
on all kinds of scores and highlights. And, he's considered one of our sports beat writers as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's one of the guys. He loves it. I mean, I sit down with him before the season, and he has his notebook ready for. He has every team in the South, almost every team on the East Coast. Put it that way, every team in the Eastern Mass, and he has who they're playing, and he marks up wins, loss.
Does he really?
Oh,
And
my
is
gosh.
he out there going to a lot of these games too?
Well,
Or
if
'cause I know he's a DJ as well.
yeah,
right?
exactly. So if East Bridgewater's not playing, because he'll spot for the PA announcer, who made the tackle,
okay.
who made the whatever guy scored, he'll go to the games. Like he went to the Brockton game Thursday night when I was calling that game last week because East Bridgewater wasn't playing until Friday. So yeah, he gets around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He gets around, but I wish you could do. I wonder if I can rope him into doing basketball. That'd be
great.
That would be
If
great.
he follows football like he does,
Yeah, right.
hopefully he
But
follows
then-
basketball.
I don't know if you need 2 notebooks because they play like 25 games in high school basketball. Could
It's
be
a
there
lot to
forever.
follow.
Which is why
Girls and boys,
which
right?
is why you do what I do. And when you
Exactly.
buy pads, you buy like 4 at one time.
Right? That's funny.
And you write pretty big there.
Yeah, he does.
I can never write small. I always write big. So
And we're doing good. We're doing good.
Yeah.
So once again, Catherine has, or KC has implemented a lot of our social media platforms here. So please follow us, on Facebook at 4 Deep Sports Talk. Just type in 4 Deep Sports Talk. Also on YouTube, 4 Deep Sports Talk, one word. No spaces. On Instagram, it's also 4 Deep Sports Talk, all one word, like the YouTube channel. Twitter, F Deep Sports Talk, right? F Deep, okay. And TikTok, 4.deep.sports. And so a lot of our sponsors, all this is brought to you by some of our sponsors here. And I just want to mention Audria's Diesel Direct, PTU Clinic. And so
That's it.
can always call in
Yep.
as well to the radio show here every Saturday at noontime. And tomorrow we'll be broadcasting from the Apache
Way. Yep.
Apache Way. It used to be called something
Oh,
else.
was it? I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say Winslow Farm.
Really?
I think so. Apache Way Farm Rescue. I thought
That's
it
what
was
will be.
Winslow Farm.
Should I bring donuts?
Yeah, you should.
Should I bring donuts? Kidding, but
So once again,
I'm waiting for him to say something to
he
me.
loves donuts. Are you kidding? Little
I'm
munchkins?
I'm the one with the nut allergy
That's-
though. So
Oh,
All right, so
okay.
it can't be. Oh,
Can't have
does
any
donuts
nuts
have
in.
nuts in them?
Well, some of them.
Some
do.
Dough?
do,
The
yeah.
dough? Is it the dough?
No,
or
it's
the,
a topping.
Oh, okay.
Some
So
of
I
them put nuts
So
on
you guys
them.
gonna have to give me your order on what type of donuts you want.
Oh, there you go. Or just get a box of Munchkins.
You get a
if you
bunch of
want.
Munchkins. Will that work? There's no donuts. There's no peanuts and.
There's some Munchkins and some donuts I like.
All right, so you guys gotta hook me up. I can't read minds over here.
You're gonna have to let them know.
There's only one donut I eat. I only eat the chocolate ones. That's it.
Oh,
that's
there you
easy.
go.
Do you like the ones with
Request
Jimmy's
a bunch
on
of chocolate ones.
What do you mean?
Jimmy donut, Jimmy donuts.
The rainbow Jimmy's. The
yeah, the rainbow
sprinkles.
Jimmy's, the sprinkles.
Never had that.
Never
Wow,
had it.
you
never
never
had a Jimmy.
Munchkins
What
with
about an ice
sprinkles
cream
on 'em?
cone?
Nope.
I'm gonna report your parents for abusing you. That's not right. Every kid should have a
surprised.
Jimmy donut.
Well, actually, when I've gone to Dunkin' Donut, I haven't had a donut in forever. I just get I eat 2 bacon, egg, and cheese on plain bagels. In fact, that's what I'm gonna eat when I'm out of here.
Wow.
Before you go to work.
Yeah,
Right.
because I gotta have lunch.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. So, you obviously had a Jimmy's donut, right? A donut with Jimmy's on it,
Yeah.
right?
I like vanilla frosting. only.
Oh,
Oh,
you
there
do?
you go.
Just
She's
vanilla?
a big vanilla person.
Yeah.
She loves vanilla,
She
and
like-
Justin is chocolate all the way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like the donut where it has I don't know if it's lemon or not, like the
Inside?
yellow.
Yeah, I don't like it
yeah,
either.
because of how my ears feel after
Really?
that. Yeah,
Wow,
Are you allergic to it?
I'm not allergic
is it
to
the
it.
Boston cream donut?
Yeah.
I'm not allergic to it. I just have like a weird feeling in my ears
Wow,
after
that's
eating it.
strange.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
That
think
is
I
strange.
think a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't
I think a
remember
lot
that.
of people have like weird feelings like after because I have like sensitive like taste and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
like the smell of like peanut butter. Like every time I'm near something that actually affects my sensitive smell, like I get really cringy and stuff.
Really?
Oh,
The
goodness.
things you learn on a free-form Saturday.
Right?
Here
right?
on Football Week
Love
number
it.
4.
Yeah, so we are going to take our last break. You're listening to 40 Sports Talk here at 1320 AM WARA. We will be right back with more right after these messages.
Hey, welcome back. You are listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, the information station, 1320 AM WARA, and online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. The master on the panel, that would be Catherine Conley, a.k.a. KC. You'll see her tomorrow, along with the man, the myth, the legend, the man who does not like Boston cream donuts, Justin.
Or that creamy filling.
Oh, that
thing.
creamy filling in the donut, and he's yet to try a good Jimmy donut,
Right.
a donut with Jimmy's on it. That would be Justin Ferreira,
Oh,
and
Our sports master.
right?
I hope you people don't hate me for saying I never tried it.
And
Not
of
at
course,
all.
Luce Cabral to my right, as you're watching here on via the WARA YouTube page, I believe, or Facebook, probably the YouTube page. And again, I'm Dominic Damiano. Week 4 of high school football has been recapped. We'll edit the show, get it out there to all the local access towns before it gets too old. But tomorrow, before we were talking about the donuts, Lucy was talking about the Apache Way and rescue. I got another question for you guys about donuts too.
Yeah, but we have a call.
We have a call. Hi, you have first on 40 Sports Talk as we talk about donuts and everything else.
Who's on? Who are we talking to?
Turn them up, turn them up. Hello, you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Up, turn them up. I know that voice. All right. Lou, what's happening?
Nothing much. I hate to interrupt you talk about all the Jimmys and the donuts. Dominic, I was just wondering, when do people start looking at the playoff picture? I know it's only like 3 games into the season, but when do they start looking, like for positioning for the playoffs?
Well, they only play 7. So the magic number is 7. So the best record out of 7, and that's how I always look at it. And then they'll start jockeying for how many teams they believe should be in, Division 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the rest of those teams that don't qualify, usually if you're 4 and 3, you can sneak in. They're trying to eliminate the conference champion getting in there, like when Brockton and Durfee and New Bedford, and they had that big 3, and Brockton would get in at 1 and 9 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
So right now, I don't know if you heard, we already mentioned the undefeated, and the teams that are 3 and 1, they're probably going to be in. It's just a matter on how they place them in the out of the 8 divisions here in the state.
Yeah, because I remember last year, or it was the year before last, we were talking about how they changed all the playoff picks, positioning and whatnot.
Yep.
So I just wasn't sure if if it had been clarified.
No, not yet. I mean, it's slowly. Now that we're in week 4, I think, in my opinion, now you have a good idea who's gonna be in. Like I mentioned, the teams with the 1 losses. Right. I mean, the teams that are undefeated. Those other teams, I feel bad from those. Like Brockton and Jermaine Wiggins, he's out. He'll have to win. He'll have to win out. He'll have to win. They have to win out to make it, and they have to go up. They have to play Andover next. Then they have to play Peakeden. Then they still have to finish with Durfee. Unfortunately, everyone knows Durfee as a very young. They're more known for basketball, girls and boys, and baseball than they are for football. So they might end up 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Which is it is what it is. So I'm pretty sure then Dartmouth is probably going to win the division in that Southeast Coast Conference. I'll tell you, I'm happy to hear like the small towns like Little Carver, they're undefeated.
Right.
Fairhaven, they're undefeated.
I was surprised to hear that because I remember one of the earlier shows that one of the coaches was talking about the smaller school, and like you said, I'm just happy to hear that they were undefeated.
Oh, absolutely! I love hearing those the towns.
Considered underdogs.
Exactly, you don't hear them as much. Exactly.
Right. And of course, you all know that it's under enrollment.
Yeah, male enrollment. Yeah. I mean,
it's pretty crazy.
Exactly. I don't. Sometimes I wonder why they even have these Patriot League, Southeast Conference, South Coast, when it all comes down, like you said, male enrollment, because it's going to be everyone in the, depending how big your school, everybody in Division 1, everybody do all the way to Division 8, and then they'll decide who's going to be at one bracket,
Yeah.
We're going to get me, I can feel my blood pressure
I can hear you talking a little faster.
My blood
But I
pressure's
was going to
starting to
ask
go low. I'm
about
thinking
what's
about
going
blow it.
on with the referee and umpire situations.
Well, that's just the other thing. I mean, they're still canceling freshman and JV games because no one wants to go back out there.
Exactly. And that's what I heard, through some of the school districts, that I cover.
It's terrible.
It is. It's sad.
It really is. It really is. And I think Taunton's doing something. Their athletic director.
As far as what, independent?
No,
Yeah,
as far as.
I saw something like that
Yeah,
on the
right.
news the other
So
night.
I don't know if you heard this, Lou. So
And I actually know why some of the football games are played Thursday nights.
oh, okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
Elaborate on that.
really?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I think it's because like there's like shortage of like referees. Like
Oh
It
yeah,
has to
absolutely.
be.
That's exactly
It
what
has to
happened.
be.
Yep. Because they all have regular jobs. They all get a small stipend, and they're
Right.
trying to the MIAA is trying to micromanage. Yeah, my voice is getting faster.
Yeah.
On how to get these games in so they can get Thursday, Friday. It's actually pretty cool, but
And it's not just certain sports. It's all the
Oh,
sports
yeah.
across
Oh,
the
yeah.
board.
Right.
Even college basketball and volleyball.
Right.
The volleyball games that I've been covering for Bristol Community College, the Bayhawks, have been on Thursday nights.
Right.
Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and I'm like, why?
it's funny. So Taunton's trying to do something. I tried to reach out to the athletic director, and I'm going to try to reach out to Coach Bork because they won the state title. Love to get him in here, talk about
Yeah,
that again,
that'd be
back-to-back
great.
state titles. So they're doing something, Lou, where, again, the athletic director, he is a former Cape Cod umpire, Cape Cod League High School
Oh,
umpire. Yeah,
okay.
Mark Artoviatinelli.
Okay.
And he's trying to do something to teach the kids, well, you think you can umpire, go and umpire. But I don't know where they're going to go umpire, what they're going to do. It's going to be kind of funny to see how that plays out. And I think other sports, too. I'm curious in how that's going to play out. I saw that's the one I saw in. Someone told me I was actually going to my pre-testing for my surgery in a couple weeks, and one of Susan's friends who's a nurse there still, and says, "Oh, did you hear about them?" I'm like, nope, no idea what you're talking about. But they mentioned that. But Lou, thank you for calling in.
Yeah, thank you, Lou.
Hey, you're welcome.
Happy nappy.
Happy. Take care, my friend.
Dominic.
Thank you.
I want to tell you one thing.
Yes.
Last night when we came home from the restaurant, you could hear everybody cheering at the football game.
That's
So
awesome.
my son and my daughter-in-law were here on Monday. They were going home, and the high school band was playing. They were rehearsing.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I told them, when I go to bed at night during the summer, like especially in August, when I was going to bed, I could hear the band practicing. So that's the
awesome.
last sound that I heard before I went to sleep.
That's how it should be if schools can do it.
Absolutely. Like I said, Somerset has a very good program there, for football, and they make like a whole week of what's called the Music Town Festival, and parades and all kinds of things. It should be like that for any town,
Yeah,
Yep.
Brockton has a big band. They get the flag, the
Yeah.
color guard, all that. But you got 4,800 kids going to school.
Exactly.
We should be able to have
Again,
a big
it's
job.
enrollment. It's
Exactly.
size of town and
Oh, yeah.
schools, and
Yep.
I get it.
How we doing for time, girl? I know I shouldn't ask you that.
12:57.
All right,
Oh,
Lou,
that's not
thank you for
bad.
calling again. It's great to hear your voice.
All right, great. Bye-bye.
All right, take care.
Take care, Lou.
Take care.
So once again, tomorrow,
Yes, thank you. Apache Way Farm and Rescue. The crew will be there -1.
sorry,
But she had this commitment way before this rescue,
way
like
in
months
advance.
before. I'm just looking out the
Yeah.
window. Don't mind me, Jay. I'm sorry. I look out the window. Jay's like, is someone across the street? So we'll all be there. We're going to be there early setting up. We're not going on till noon. And again, noon to 1 on the radio, noon to 2
on the YouTube channel.
on our YouTube channel. I'm going to double check, test that out. Worst case scenario, if you don't see us, we're going to definitely tape it. And it will be eventually on our YouTube channel, but knock on fake wood, we're hoping to go live. We're doing good?
Yes.
So you get music ready to go?
Yep.
All right, so I can sign us off?
Yep.
All right, for the engineer behind the helm, doing a great job like she always does, Catherine Conley, a.k.a. Casey, the man, the myth. We're gonna get him a Jimmy Donut tomorrow. The sports master, Justin Ferreira.
Ice cream, too.
Maybe an ice cream.
Ooh.
Well, I think we had cheeseburgers too. And Luce Cabral, who's been crazy. We're lucky to have her in studio because she is out straight crazy this summer. I'm Dominic Damiano. We hope you enjoyed this week of 4 Deep Sports Talk. We covered week 4 of high school football. We will catch you tomorrow.